Hello there, how are you going? So I'm over here on Out of War. I'm a brand new player to this game, but I have been watching quite a few videos on YouTube about it. It does seem very interesting, so I want to give it a go here and see what we can build up over the next few days, weeks, months, who knows. So I am over here on this map called Arctic Winter. I have not actually seen any gameplay on this map. But the first thing I notice is there's not a whole lot going on. The videos I've been watching, there's plenty of trees and such to build some XP. But let's try and find a spot over here where we can maybe start off with a little setup and hopefully find some pay dirt to get that money rolling in. We will be starting on hardcore because why not? Okay, so after a little bit of exploring there and having a quick look around, I've decided to make this our starting spot. Got a little bit of a hill here that we can mine into, as well as a bigger mountain over there that we can hopefully expand to. Now I've been in the shop and I've had a quick look around. You can see we've already spent $25,000, so we're left with 75k. And we have a couple of pieces of equipment here that we want to lay down to start building our wash plant here. So we're going to start with a hopper. It's not great there that it's in the ground, but maybe we will dig that out there pretty soon. We got a small little solar panel here, which is going to be our power source, our power input, and our cable down to connect to our solar panel. So let's get that turned on. Let's also get our power unit turned on. Okay, so we have power here going to our hopper. Now we're going to need something to sort out our different ores. So let's go back into the store here. Conveyor. Gonna need a piece going up. Oh, we will need some storage. And here is our up piece. So over in production then, we are going to pick up the wash plant here. Okay, so let's get our new pieces put down. And our wash plant. And our storage finally. Now it's not great that it is in the ground here, but like I say, hopefully we can dig this out a little bit once we get some equipment. And speaking of equipment, let's see what we are going to get to start with. Vehicle and a loader perhaps. So I guess this bad boy down here is the only one available to us, so let's get it out and see what she can do. Very nice, and of course we're going to need some fuel for this loader. Let's find a good spot for this. I guess right here beside the solar panel. You can't go too wrong, right? Alrighty then, so I guess my plan is to make a flat surface here, kind of all around the front of the hopper, and see where we can go from there. So we don't want to dig too far down into the ground, so we can get some nice even scoops. Like I say, I am a new player to this, so be gentle. I'm sure I am doing plenty wrong. Looks like that first scoop there sorted out our issue with the hopper bin dug into the ground. But our power unit is still down in the mud, unfortunately. Let's just check everything is going in where it should be. It is. Pretty nice. So, like I said, I will get to work on making a rather large flat area here before we eventually tunnel into this hill here, or perhaps take out the whole hill, who knows. Okay, so after about 1 hour of digging here, this is the progress. Not quite as flat as I would have thought, but we can get the shovel out here and do some flattening. So it's all just dirt, apart from this little spot here where we've discovered some coal. So I think we will be going down, trying to get as much of this coal as possible, but trying to keep the rest of this flat here, and eventually move our wash plant and our setup here and back more into this hillside here. So it is quite hard to get the loader through this first thick layer of permafrost here, I guess. But yeah, that's where we are. So let me get out the shovel here. Actually, let me get ourselves a fast shovel so we can get rid of the when we come it. Now that should improve things quite a bit. So let me get to work here flattening this, and I'll bring you back there and we'll see what it looks like afterwards. Okay, and there we go. So the save is set to 15 minutes at the moment. I might change that to maybe 1 hour or so. But yeah, much better. Looks flat. I guess I can try and scrape a little bit more off it here in places and maybe fill back in our dips here. But yeah, pretty happy with that. So we may as well go ahead and see what we have over here in our storage. Get something sold maybe. Yeah, so lots of dirt. But luckily people need dirt for their lawns, etc. So we can go ahead and sell that, why not? That sells for a decent amount. So that was about 1 hour of digging there. Made about 53 or 4k back off that, not bad at all. So I guess the only thing for me to really do is continue digging back into this hillside here to get a better workspace for ourselves, and yeah, hopefully extract as much of this coal as possible. Maybe dig a channel down around here into this little gully. So I've been running my little loader here for about 1 more hour. So let's have a look at our progress here. Let's just dump off this last scoop here. Very nice indeed. So unfortunately this coal vein that I was hoping was going to expand this way stopped immediately. So that is probably going to be a bit of a problem for us in terms of building experience. As you can see in the top right there, we're only halfway into level 1. So perhaps the challenge on this map is going to be getting levels for some newer and better equipment. But anyway, we will persevere. So I'm quite happy with the progress here. Been about 2 hours of digging in total. We will do a little bit of a clean out over there in our storage as well to see where we are money wise. Let me get this just a little bit flatter. So I think I would like to keep expanding backwards so we can get our wash plant and everything set up in here with plenty of room. Let's see how we did this time. We're still just digging dirt, unfortunately, but we have quite a lot of it there. A little bit better than last time. It should push us back over the original 100k starting balance. So let's see how we do. So let's go into the store here and have a look at what we might buy as soon as we can advance a little bit here. So 175k, we're quite a way off from that. Could get this one here perhaps. So we have some options here in the excavators, that is nice. But I think what we want to do before we buy any excavator is get our setup moved. And perhaps we can put our excavator up here on the hill. We can't get up there, never mind. No. So we could put our wash plant down here and use our excavator to dig out the rest of this hill maybe. So anyway, that's all in the future. I'm going to dig this back some more and hopefully get this wash plant moved today.
Okay, so we've cleared a nice little area here now and dug it out pretty good. We've exposed some coal over here, which obviously I'm going to look to extract. If we look in our quests here, we have one for coal, which is probably going to be our main source of gaining experience. We have reached level 2, but it's slow, to say the least. And all of these down here, those are much farther down the line. Of course, we've no trees on this map, so we're not going to do the wood ones. But anyway, so I'm quite happy with this. Of course, it is not too smooth here. So let's go ahead and get ourselves a roller and see if we can make it a little bit better. Oops. Our vehicles paving? Yes. So 20,000 in the difference. I guess I want to get the more expensive one because if I buy this, I'm going to upgrade to this at some point anyway. Let's see the chopper bringing it in. Very nice indeed. Start our vibra. Let's see how much this is going to improve. Get a little fuel while we are passing by, why not? So most of this I have smoothed with the shovel, so I guess it's not much more to be smoothed out. It doesn't appear to be getting any better at least. Okay, I guess that's about as flat as we're going to get it. That is not too bad. It is not great, but it will do. Okay, so let's see what's in our storage here, see what we can sell. Ooh, we did actually get a little bit of gold there, some coal of course, and lots of dirt. So let's go ahead and completely empty this storage as I'm going to move the hopper and the wash plant over into our area that we just created. So it's kind of interesting that we got that gold there because there is no particular area over here that looks to be pay dirt. Yeah, this is all just dirt. Perhaps around the coal? No. And maybe this is a little piece of pay dirt here. I'm not too sure. But anyway, we found a little bit of gold, so that's good. Let's go ahead and sell some things here. Okay, not too bad. Back up to 134k. So yeah, I think I'm going to move my setup over here. We have a coal deposit over this side, so I think I want to keep my hopper in this area. Maybe put an excavator up top here. Let's go ahead and see if we can afford an excavator actually. So no, we could get the cheap one, or we could get this one. Power capacity 1.6. The capacity is more than double on this one. So yeah, let's go ahead here and grab this one, the Sheraton EX5 500B, I should say. And we are going to want this up around here somewhere. Very nice machine indeed. That will do. Okay, so I think I'm going to break down my wash plant here and relocate. So I'll bring you back here when I figure out how I want to do that. Okay, so this is what I've decided with. We still have our old power source here, which is 194. So we're going to have to upgrade that pretty soon if we want to get a coal shaker, etc. So with our last bit of money there, I did buy the fast pickaxe just to dig out our wash plant here. But we have gained a couple of levels by using this, so maybe this is going to be a source of XP for now. But anyway, I've got a little bit of digging left to do here. But quite happy with this first day's progress. We have 3 machines already, which I wasn't expecting. And we have a little bit of gold in our inventory, and we're going to explore this coal for sure. So we're probably going to dig down and expand outwards here. But I want to get this excavator up top here and get it loading into this this hopper, excuse me. So we'll probably start about here and start working our way back up into this hill further. But I've got quite a bit of digging to do by hand here, so I'm going to leave it at this for now. And we'll see you in the next one and see what progress we get done over there. Cheers, all the best. Bye.